today. From Sacramento, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Sacramento Miners taking on the Chicago Blues.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for a long period.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4", it's Colin Kaepernick.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. On third down, Winston. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. "39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now Kaepernick. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff to Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Third and short yardage, Winston. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Kaepernick's going to keep it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
We're scoreless after 1. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And there goes Kaepernick.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
And they'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Hunt.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Kareem Hunt.
His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his tight end fan. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Second down at 7.
To throw is Winston.
Able to find Higgins.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, Winston. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw, Kaepernick.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Kyle Van Noy in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Gregory Rousseau
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Kaepernick now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Kaepernick will try again on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got this down to the 35. So that one will be accepted. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Winston's throw into the hands of Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Winston. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's see what's going on around the NFL.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Lee's got it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A first down carry for Barkley. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Winston again. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Richardson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the red zone now, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sheldon Richardson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and long for Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Here's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Winston. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Play fake. Winston. That's caught over the middle by Fant. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now Winston. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Winston. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd and 5. On the draw, this is Barkley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston. They set up the screen for Henry. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Working with his 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Again, it's Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Chicago offense set to get started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Kaepernick now on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. On the slant, completes to Sutton.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They run again with Hunt. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Aaron Donald. A milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Winston to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Here's Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Winston gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Winston. That is taken in by the tight end fan. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st down, Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Derrick Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. In possession for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, a little under 30 seconds remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down. Finding Hunt, and they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Kyle Van Noy racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the home team here, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.